preguntas, me vais levantando la mano y os voy dando paso, ¿vale? ¿Quién abre fuego?
Hi Dolph, nice to see you again here in Spain. Last time we were in Barcelona, and we have the opportunity to interview you also. And you come from a good rivalry with the Myth, and now you're starting a new rivalry against Nakamura.
Yes.
Do you think we will see the match against Nakamura in Backlash?
Yeah, without me knowing for sure, it really seems that that's what we're building to. I think it's been very interesting the way we've introduced Nakamura to the WWE audience, because not everyone knows who he is, so it's been very interesting to see. So I'm excited for it. It seems every day more and more the WWE Universe is excited for it. I don't know that that's exactly the case, but it seems to be that will be the match, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Dolph, what would you say is the difference between American fans and European fans?
I think we as performers get a little spoiled being in the United States, because we're there so often. And so whether it's a little bit more special to be here, because we will see some fans 10, 12 times a year, whether they're moving around the East Coast or the West Coast. So it's very cool for us to see the fans once a year or once every other year, and it becomes much more of a special moment. So for us, it's very cool. I would hope for the fans, it's that once in a while kind of thing. So there's still that special entity to it. But also, it's a WWE live event, and it's our absolute favorite thing to do. So they're special anyway.
Thank you.
Hi Dolph, last month we probably saw the last Undertaker match. What did you feel in the locker room this match?
During the last Undertaker match?
Yes.
It's hard to say, because WrestleMania is a crazy day for a lot of us. So everybody has different thoughts and feelings, and also you never know. So it's WWE, you never know what's going to happen. So to actually see that happen, obviously it seems to be the end of an era of something that's can probably never ever be replicated here again. So that, from a respect standpoint, was, oh wow, this is the way to do it. But it's also WWE, so never say never. You never know what's going to go on, and you never know what's going to happen. So the respect from the entire locker room is absolutely there, and just knowing that that can never be done again, no matter how amazing a performer is, that says a lot for itself, I think.
What's your favorite classic wrestler from the old times back in the day?
Wow, to narrow it down to one is tricky. Who do you like the best?
Oh, for me, maybe Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man?
Yeah.
Great question. A lot of people, or past superstars, will kind of sometimes be under the radar to the main WWE universe these days, maybe 8 to 10-year-old kids. And to performers like myself who study and want to be students of the game all the way through, Big Boss Man is someone who everyone in the locker rooms for years now has spoke really highly of, and because there's an art to being a big man, there's an art to being a good wrestler, and combining all those together is almost a rarity to be so good. So Big Boss Man's a great one that are behind the scenes bosses like a Dean Malenko and Arn Anderson, or Ric Flair will say how good he was, and a lot of people don't know about it, so that's very cool.
Yeah. And just to follow this question, don't you think you guys have become too serious now? There used to be a lot.
Serious?
Yeah. But there used to be a lot more comical characters back in the day, like Tugboat, Big Boss Man, the Snake, Roddy Piper. It used to be like, you guys are more like kind of badass now than it used to be.
Well, no. I mean, you said it, not me. No, I think it goes in cycles, because like I said, I've been a fan my whole life, so I've watched 80s, 90s, 2000s, and we're going on 2020 here. I think it goes in cycles of outlandish characters, and then real down-to-earth fighters, and then a combination, and then you always have to be evolving, which is much like The Undertaker throughout his career. He changed various different ways of The Undertaker, so I think that goes to show just that adaptation to the business. It will change constantly and go in loops, and maybe in 20 years from now we'll have Tugboat Jr., I don't know. But it goes in loops based on society, and I think it's, you know, the realistic aspect has to be there, but you can also have like a Bray Wyatt, a supernatural character. So I think, you know, the 80s was, everybody was either a plumber or, you know, a jailer or something, but you can still have these characteristics in the back. We all can't just be dudes who want to fight each other, you know? So everybody has a different background. I think you'll continue to evolve, and in a couple years from now, who knows? It might be something along the lines of another Undertaker or something else.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to ask you, how is a normal day in your life?
Pardon?
How is a normal day in your life?
Oh, a normal day in my life?
Yes.
Nothing normal about it. Are you a Bulls fan, by the way?
Yes.
Very cool.
You?
Cavs guy. I'm from Cleveland. I didn't hop on the, you know, I've been there for the bad times too, yeah. A normal day, it's tricky because especially over here, like we got in at 5 this morning from Cardiff, and got in at 5 a.m. and tried to pass out for a little bit, and then it's beautiful. I want to walk around outside, but I had to sleep for a little bit. So it's tricky. Normally, in the United States, it would be, I'll catch a 5 a.m. flight from the West Coast, probably to the East Coast, get to a city, find some food, find a gym, bounce around, maybe look, see what's going on outside for a few minutes, grab some more food, go to work at the arena, and then get right back on the road and do it again 4 or 5 times in a row. So a lot of times we don't get to do a lot of sightseeing, but it is a busy, hectic day based on flights, and if your flight's delayed, you know, you get into the show late or kind of close. But here, as soon as I'm done talking to all of you, I'm going to get outside and walk around because this is a beautiful place just from my window, and I need to see it in real life. So. Any recommendations? Within reason, I got like an hour to go.
Oh, you got the park down there. It's the old river. So like 8 kilometers of park.
Perfect.
Straight.
I'll do it.
I would like to know how much work is behind all these performances.
It depends. Everyone's different. So I've been around for like 12 years now. So, or as Dolph Ziggler, maybe 7 or something, to where a lot of the behind-the-scenes work has been done over the years, to where I find out who my opponent is that day, and even at a SmackDown Live TV, I will just sit in the corner and go over a game plan of possible different ways to do this match, and then once I got out and saw the opponent, I could just go. Now if you're new or have been only doing it for a few years, you could watch tape, you could practice different moves or things, but a lot of that has been done over the years, where when I was training 7, 8 years ago, I would do 2 and 3 practices a day just so I could have a bunch of things in the Rolodex in the back of my mind. So now when I see it, I see who my opponent is on the paper, I go focus in a room, I wait for my music, and I got a game plan. So for the most part, it's hit the gym, study my opponent, and be ready to go at all times. Now back to the Bulls. What's their deal? It's a cool jacket.
Question we have talked about the past, the classical wrestlers, and nowadays with the superstar shakeup that has been wrestling, and all the names that had just landed in a SmackDown, like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, which one is the one that you are looking forward to face in the ring?
For me, the most one is from the last draft a year ago. I've been in the ring with AJ Styles once for a few minutes, and I really wanted to do it again because for the longest time, for 12 years, I've been here, and he's been, for 11 of it, he's been somewhere else. So to watch him not only adapt to our style, but be really good in the ring, makes me really want to get in the ring with him one-on-one, full-time down the road. Otherwise, I really enjoyed having Miz on our side, and I enjoyed also seeing him leave too. So.
Okay, thank you.
Finally,
Did
I
you
would
move
like.
seats to pretend you're a different reporter?
I would like to know what can we expect from tonight's show.
Oh, well, tonight's going to be great. We've had a couple of, we're in the middle, I think, of maybe 11 or 12 shows in a row. We've done 2 already, so and the card has kind of switched around a couple different times, so it's been very exciting. The first night, the crowd was okay. Last night, the crowd was really good to work with, really fun to hear, and so I'm really excited to hear what the fans have in store for us tonight, because we all talked about it. When you feel the crowd being like hot and fun and ready to go, we have much more of a match, and sometimes that changes our match. So I'm really looking forward to this crowd coming out and being ready for us and making us step up our game to give them a better show. It's going to be great though. We live for these live events. SmackDown Live is a great show that we love to be part of, but we all talk about in the back. The live events are so much fun for us. There's no commercial breaks, no time views. We get to go out there and give back to the fans that support us all year long. No more questions. I'm just kidding.
That's one if you want. After the Superstar Shake-Up, and with Ty Dillinger and Shinsuke Nakamura coming to the SmackDown roster, which wrestler from the NXT do you want to have a match?
I was like, out of those 2, or someone who didn't come up yet, or because Ty Dillinger is someone I've known for I want to say almost 10 years, and I've been a fan of his since I started training, and just hoping that one day he would get his break, and he finally did. And it's a long time coming because he's really good. He's better than me at wrestling, so I am looking forward to seeing what he can do, and at some point getting in the ring, whether it's teaming up with them or going face to face. I'm really looking forward to it. He's an untapped talent for a lot of people who don't follow NXT, and he's going to be something special in the future.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I think Ty Dillinger is one of the
He's great, man. I'm a big fan of his, and he'll do something special, and hopefully him and I, maybe next 6 months or year, face to face or team up. I think it'd be cool.
And now from NXT?
Let's see who's there now.
Drew McIntyre, Eric Young.
Oh, McIntyre, but yeah, but that doesn't count. He wrestled there before, you know. We had some fun. He's great. I'm trying to think of who else.
You have a lot to choose.
There's too many to choose.
No, with Jose, Andrade Cien Almas.
That's true. What about the ladies? Who do you got? Who do you got looking in your eyes that's coming up next? Asuka?
Ladies, I have my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
I will bring up to the SmackDown division Sanity.
Yeah.
For me, it's the new Wyatt family.
Okay.
And I think that the blues of Nikki Cross in the group is something that is new.
Okay.
The group don't have, any group have a girl in this kind of group, and I think that Nikki Cross could be a good add for SmackDown division, ladies division.
I think that's a great point, because how you're saying earlier that how you evolve, whether it's 80s characters into everybody's like badasses or whatever, and I think when you come down to that, you start to get groups and families together that can do something different, and also maybe managers that some people don't always have. I remember in the 80s for the longest time, Bobby the Brain Heenan was out there he had the family, so maybe there'll be some adaptations along the line like that. But a few times on live events we've had Asuka up, and it's been fun to watch her, and she's a very nice young lady, and I hope she does really well, so maybe she'll be up soon.
Just my last question. Do you know where Naomi is?
I'll let Naomi take this one. No, I don't, and she's one of my favorites. I'm so bad she's not here. I was hoping we'd get some good pictures together.
She's probably seen the city.
She probably is, and actually maybe we'll trade pictures. You guys take pictures of me, and then she can show me hers, and I'll show her mine. So.
La última, si queréis, ¿alguien más?
If you could have the opportunity to choose a partner to be tag team champions, who will be the partner?
Man, there's so many to pick from. Who do you like?
For me, I think that Ty Dillinger could be a good partner for you.
Oh yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, I know I just said that too. I think so too. I think he's really good at what he does. Like I said, very untapped talent. If you don't follow NXT, there's some 8-year-old kids watching SmackDown Live that don't exactly know who he is, and they're going to be very excited to see him once he gets going here. So I think Dillinger would be great. I think it's a perfect tag team for me. Yeah. So you just wanted me to say like how good your question was, right? Great answer.
La última, ¿alguien? ¿No?
I got some questions for you guys.
Okay.
Are you guys all coming to the show? You don't sound very confident. It's going to be really fun. Like I said, we've had 1 or 2 so far, and we've had one really good crowd. And I feel like the last time we were here, last time I talked to you when we were in Barcelona, it was such a great feel, like all day, the crowd. So I feel like we're going to get the same thing tonight, I think, and it needs to be special.
The Spanish crowd is very good, and it's very crowded also.
Yeah, we had a great time. I was talking to you last time, and then I got to walk around a little bit, got to do some sightseeing, and then the crowd it was almost like a miniature WrestleMania crowd, where that you don't hear the reaction for a second or two, and then it kind of billows out because they were so excited to see us, and that just makes us step up our game. So I'm very excited for that.
All right, Dolph, we're going to do a couple photos over here.
Sure. Do we have like a Naomi cutout that I can stand next to?
Vale, vamos a fotos de atrás si queréis, hacemos una...